What's up, guys? Airsoft Nomad here, bringing you another Airsoft discussion video. I'm here with Sheriff of HAVOC. We're going to do a BB brand, BB weight video, kind of what we were talking about last time. But this time, we're going to actually explain what we mean with like BB weights and brands and what you should be running for like what class you're running. So let me first of all say thanks to Jackal Tactical for sponsoring me. Their links are down below. I've recently been sponsored as an ambassador for Hefe Airsoft. My link for 10% off your order on the website will be down below. Yeah, and Shellback Tactical also sponsors me, so there's a 10% off on Shellback as well. That'll be linked down below. So that's all the political sponsorship stuff. So that's out of the way, and let's get into the actual video. So I guess I'll kind of start. So basically, when we say BB weights, like we were talking about last time, so basically you have 0.2s, 0.25s, 0.28s, 0.3s, 0.32s, 0.36s. Those are going to be your main like bulk that you see in store. If you walk in at Jackal or wherever, e-bike, those are going to be your main weights. You get into heavier weights would be like 0.4s, 4.5s, 4.9s, 5.0s. So
I think you can get 3.8s too, right?
I don't think you get 3.8s, 0.4s.
Again, I don't know. I just
3.6s and 3.4s. So basically, the way you look at this, so if you walk in a store like Jackal and you go to the cheapest BBs, would be like 0.2s. They're going to run you the cheapest amount of money. So you're getting more rounds for a cheaper amount of money. But having said that, though, with a 0.2, it's a lighter BB. So the 0.2 refers to 0.2 grams. The 0.3 is 0.3 grams. 0.4 is 0.4 grams. So in other words, as the weight goes down, you get more for lesser money. As the weight goes up, you get less for more money.
But your consistency and everything else.
Right. But what you're paying for in the higher weight is better accuracy, better consistency, more range. So basically, what you're looking for is you want to have the highest joule amount within field limits. So like ours is 1.5. Yeah. So you want the heaviest weight BB that you can run and
stay under the joule limit.
And stay within 1.5 joules. That's going to maximize range, maximize accuracy, and just grouping, everything.
Maximize headshots.
Maximize headshots. Yeah. So for a beginner, obviously you're going to want to do what financially makes sense to you. So a bottle of 0.32s for HPAs is like $21.
Yeah, something like
balls.
That. Yeah.
Now you're probably going to go through bottles of BBs if you're playing a whole day in the day. So that's $20 in BBs just to play.
Yeah. If you're running an AEG though, like when I started out, I was running 2.0s because they're cheap. You don't know any better. You buy them, and they do work. I mean, they work, but it's night and day. When you upgrade, you're like, oh, I can't believe I played with 2.0s for half a season. I didn't notice the difference. What would you say most people need to run? I think probably 2.8s are pretty standard.
I think if you can afford it, you should be running, if you're at that like normal outdoor limit, which is 1.5 joules, you should be running 0.28s at least to 0.32s.
Now, having said that, though, there are some of factory guns that won't shoot a 3.2. They won't shoot the heavier weight BB unless you start upgrading. So make sure if you're going to go and buy 3.2s that you're going to actually shoot that weight.
Yeah. So, I mean, your more affordable guns.
Entry level
stuff is the hop-ups can't handle. So, like, shooting a 3.2 might max your hop-up out. Mm-hmm. So, it's not going to get that proper range. Like, you want to be kind of, like, in the middle of your hop-up. So, like, most hop-ups go to, like, say, 10. So, like, I know on mine with, like, 3.2s with the R-hop, I'm running it at, like, a 3.
I think I run mine on the HPAs with the 3.6s. I'm running 3.2s. I'm at, like, 4.5.
Right. So, like, we're not at the high end of our hop-ups, but we're also running max hop-ups, which is a $60 hop-up just for the hop-up. Where if you get into, like, a more base model, say a G&G, running 3.2s, you might be running at a 9 out of 10.
Whatever he says. I have no clue. I'm not the technical guy. Ask me tactics, I got you. You know, tell me what I think is a good way to play, I got you. BB weights, took me half a season to figure that out. So.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if you're watching this and you're a beginner, you don't know, and you're like, don't have a lot of cash, 0.20s are fine. I would shoot for 0.25s.
Yeah.
Financially, if you can afford it, 0.28s to 0.32s for outdoor use. Now, getting into the heavier BBs, if you're running at the 1.5 joule mark, it's almost not worth it because you're going to be maxing out your hop up even with the higher end hop. It's like shooting .4s or .45s.
Yeah, but the .4s and .45, the only people I've ever seen shoot those are either running DMRs or snipers.
So that's what I was going to say. So, I mean, now if you're running a DMR, so now you're shooting at 2.3 joules, now you can start increasing it to the heavier limits to get even more range. So unless you're running a DMR, you know, like the base model for me at a DMR is a .36 up to like a .45.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to shoot 2 O's.
And then yeah, absolutely not. And even like 3 O's, 3 2s in a DMR, a little light, you know. So
I've never shot it, but I bet your accuracy would be
crap
shit.
because it's hitting it so fast.
Yeah.
It's, you know, there's so much energy at the beginning, it just shoots them out. So you need that weight to keep consistency. So that's basically where you're optimizing, yeah. But for the short answer, a new player with an AG outdoor use, .25s at a minimum recommended. If you can afford more of a BB, a heavier BB, .32s. If you're running a DMR, I recommend at a minimum .36s. Recommended .4s, and if you are a baller and you got the money, .45s. And then for brands, I like HPA and Elite Force.
I like Vulcan.
Do you like that?
I've had no problems with the Vulcan BBs, to be perfectly honest with you. I know. Look, I'll say this. I think for what it is, Vulcan puts out a fairly good quality entry-level product in airsoft, whether it be BBs, guns, equipment. I know a lot of guys don't like BBs. That's me personally. I also do like Elite Force.
Yeah. The Elite Force BBs is what I mainly run. I typically run like .32s. So like a bottle of .32s, it's 2,700 BBs for $20 even. Mm-hmm. So in a bottle, I usually shoot a bottle in a day. So again, it depends on your financial situation if you can afford the BBs. But if you can, then the 3.2s is where I would go.
Yeah,
HPAs are like $21.
I would definitely say this. As far as BBs go, stay off of Amazon buying the discount brand. Sure, you could probably go on there and find 3.6s, I don't know, 10,000, whatever they come in a bottle on Amazon for $20. They're probably going to be horribly made, crappy nubs on them. They're just not going to be.
And that's me getting in that like it's like oh my god, it's a dog. It's like a bulldog or something like that on them. And you get like the Crossman BBs.
Yeah, they come in the big
jug.
And
and they're like different colors. Like so white BBs.
Yeah, white BBs.
HPA, you know, Vulcan, Elite Force, even G&G. All those brands I would say are roughly probably good. And basically what you're looking for with the BBs is they don't crack and break in your gun, which would be bad.
Or your loader.
They don't leave a shit ton of residue in your barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And the consistency when you're shooting, and you know there's crappy BBs because you'll have one that goes straight, and then one that goes left, and then one will go right, and then one will go down, and then one will go straight.
And then your gun will stop working.
And then your gun will just jam up.
Yeah. What about tracer BBs? Have you ever run tracer BBs?
I haven't because I have a tracer now, but I never really ran tracer BBs, but they're expensive.
They are expensive. I can say I've only run tracer BBs once, and I used the, what does Jackal sell?
I think they're HPA.
HPA, yeah. They were fine. They shot well. Actually, they were pretty consistent, to be honest with you.
Yeah, HPA BBs, they're good BBs. They're a good brand. But I think that kind of sums up the BB topic.
Yeah, there's not really much you can say about BBs other than that.
I think that answers any questions. If anyone does have any questions, if you are a new player or even a player's been around a while and you have questions about like what BBs we recommend for like your setup, your replica that you're running, just comment down below. We'll answer it. And I think that pretty much finishes it. So on to the next video.
Cut.
Cut.